Now, this is a figure that gets a shit ton of hate, though arguably not from anything within its control. If anything, Hasbro actually tried their damnedest to make it as good as it could be. See, the original outing of this mold, being Skyquake, was early in production around the time that RC and Bulkhead dropped. And yeah, they saw the fandom feedback pretty clearly. So an adjustment had to be made, more so learning from the mistakes of RC than Bulkhead. Double homages could work, but they had to balance aesthetics much more deftly. And I reckon the changes were for the better. The original design would have made for a killer toy regardless, but the better balancing of styles we got in the end is far more interesting. And hey, it made the redecos with Dreadwing much later a lot easier. Dreddy is arguably the more realized of the two deco-wise, with a far richer color scheme and more extensive paint overall. While I think I vibe with Skyquake's colors way more, this is still a fantastic deco with its deep blues and shiny golds. I love the G1 styled chest. It frames the faux cockpit wonderfully and surprisingly works well with the more rhomboid aesthetic cues this guy has going on. Head sculpt is fantastic, both in paint and sculpt. Yes, he has a nose, but come on, it's the way the trilogy does things. At least until Animated showed up. The build is insane. It's a wonderful middle ground between the giant, simpler leaders like the Dinobots, and the smaller, more complex ones such as Astro Train. It makes use of its parts count really well with a clever as f conversion, lots of brilliant panel use, and great use of mass. Sure, ultimately the jet mode might just be a robot contorting under a top section, but you cannot deny it does it well. The way the arms flip around, the panels switch size, the legs fold up, it's all magnificent. And it's a wonderful jet mode too. It's rare we get designs like this in figure form. The cockpit is lovely, the wingspan is divine, the incorporation of the faux cockpit rules, arguably better than Skyquake because the red stands out way more. So, with this turning out as well as it did, why was it so oft ignored? It could be the lack of ankles, but plenty of fantastic toys have suffered from such before and still found an audience. Plus, there were solutions to circumvent that. No, it's actually the instructions. See, the way in which you're supposed to transform this bastard is very specific, and if you're not shown, it's very difficult to figure out. Problem is, with Hasbro skimming on the instructions a lot of the time, and still doing so mind you, nobody knew how to actually achieve such, leading to most folks believing the backpack never actually held in place properly. Turns out it does, it's all in the engineering, but nobody could figure the damn thing out. Should they have engineered this to be easier without instructions? Not necessarily. The steps seem simple enough, and you get that satisfying click when it's done right. It's a clever system, it just needed a guiding hand so folks could discover it. It's not really a fault of the design itself, more so Hasbro cheaping out and not giving the printing its due. Still not the worst packaging issue, that easily goes to the lack of window plastic. It's a real shame because this is a brilliant mold. I know a small subsect of fans have been raging for a properly accurate version, even both ways in the case of Skyquake, but I really like this thing. It's got a tiny smidge of jank, make no mistake, but it's easily one of the trilogy's best leaders. Still glad they were able to course correct and give us this lovely f***er.